Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome back to Let's Play Edna and Harvey, Harvey's New Eyes. And when last we left off, things have gotten even more complicated, as we no longer have the recipe due to it being taken from us by Shawnee. The other bullies did nothing to stop him, although one of them seems less like a bully and more like somebody who's desperately afraid of everything. We haven't found the third one yet. We also haven't found Garrett. He came this way, and he's gone. There's no other way out that we know of, which tells me that there's either a secret way, or he's in here. Let's see if we can go in.
Lilli spent a lot of time in the confession booth. Only she knew what she mumbled during those long hours. At least ever since the father who took her confessions had died of a heart attack.
Oh, so nobody does the confessions anymore. And there's no one in there. Now, I could give you the air hammer. You even have the equipment to protect your ears. But before we do that, I'm going to go to the cafeteria. There are things that we can hand over to people in there. And one of those is the air hammer that we might not have for much longer. So, let's go into this direction. And there she is. She doesn't look very happy. Also, I see bear, free space, and nothing else. Also, there's bananas and coconuts and apples, and also Doris. And a slice of cake. So many things we can look at. Let's start with the free space.
Something was missing here. And even if it wasn't Lilli's fault this time, she felt guilty anyway. Just as a prevention.
Oh, no, don't feel guilty. Can I have a banana?
Edna always knew a few good jokes about bananas. But since Lilli was such a good girl, she didn't understand any of them.
Can I have one? Bet she doesn't let me have one. Ooh, I can have a banana. Can I combine it with the fuse?
Lilli didn't know much about the wonderfully blinking device, but she knew it wasn't a juicer.
Fair enough. What about the coconuts?
The coconuts were quiet today, but it didn't matter. By now, Lilli knew enough about shrunken heads.
Oh. I can also have a coconut. Let's combine the coconut and the banana.
Lilli knew she wasn't supposed to play with food, and when is...
Fair enough. What about apples?
Lilli liked apples. They were healthy, and sometimes you found worms in them. At least they listened when you spoke to them.
Let's take one. Excellent. Now, we're going to go and talk to Doris.
Lilli liked Doris, and her feelings were reciprocated.
What are you gawking at me for, you stupid little brat?
She was tough on the outside, but soft on the inside.
Keep gawking like that and I'll wring your neck!
At least she liked children.
Oh, how I loathe you children! I wish you'd all die of smallpox!
Aside from Edna, Doris was Lilli's best friend.
So, I'm not sure how reliable the narrator is anymore, because, yeah, Doris doesn't like anyone here, it would seem.
What was that? You impertinent little slug! I can't stand it when people gossip about me behind my back! The youth of today is becoming ever more insolent! No wonder, with all the violence and foul language in the media! If I could, I'd twist your heads off one by one! Where are my canning jars? I need something to calm my fingers. Otherwise, something terrible might happen here.
Oh, jars? I could get you to... Oh, I know what I could do.
What's the matter? Why are you staring at me like that? What are you even doing here between meal times? I know what I'm doing here. A jail sentence commuted to 10 years community service on probation. Thanks to diminished responsibility! Blah, 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 blah. Do you really want to hear this? Yeah, Mother Superior didn't want to hear it either. And as long as she doesn't ask about it directly...
Okay. Let's talk about the food for the cat.
Anything else? Do I have to explain it to you with puppets? Mealtime ended long ago. The only thing that I'm still cooking today is food for Mother Superior's cat. And the food for Mother Superior herself. Or I should say I would. But my knife disappeared. And on top of that, The stove in the cellar has gone out, so I couldn't cook anything anyway. However, the most important thing is that Mother Superior still wanted to send a recipe to me. You don't happen to have it on you, do you?
No knife?
Don't bother! I won't be able to cook without my knife anyway! Ugh, when I get my hands on the child that stole my knife, they'll be amazed with all the things a knife can do!
Yeah, I'm not sure you should be here working in this convent.
Forget the recipe! As long as the stove in the cellar is out, I won't be cooking anything anyway!
So, need to get her a knife, need to get the stove on.
No recipe? Yeah, then there's no reason for you to be here!
Okay, what about hunger?
Before you ask for more food again, it's been hours since I held a canning jar in my hand. My hands always get a bit nervous at times like this. They break everything they touch. Children's legs, children's arms. I just can't control them.
Okay, game, you're lathering it on a bit thick that I need to give you the jar.
Now I understand. You came to complain about the food, right? Well, then I have bad news for you. Children only get food from canning jars, and that's that. My hands are trained to twist the lids off. I haven't been wringing the necks of caged chickens for 20 years for nothing. Plus, I've got a court order that says I gotta open 10 jars a day. You can thank my idiotic lawyer for that.
Okay, so that's the thing. We should also talk to Mother Superior.
Mother Superior drank a calming tea. Maybe she should switch brands.
Maybe she should.
What are you creeping around here for? Feed the cat. Don't tell me you're done already. No. That's what I thought. I am slowly losing the will to keep constantly having to remind you children of what good values are. Take a look at the embroideries on the wall. They depict all of the important virtues. Superiority, strength, and self-control. I'm quite aware that self-control is missing. Do you think I'm blind? Now leave. I have to drink a calming tea. If you pass the classroom, remind Birgit to hurry up with her embroidering. If the self-control motif isn't finished today, I will really blow my top.
Ooh, she'll really lose a temper. Okay, do you want this?
Mother Superior only cared about results. So why should Lilli bother her with interim reports?
Okay, would you like this, Doris?
I've had it up to here! Haven't I told you 1,000 times already? Get the hell out! Just wait! Can I have that? I need something to calm my fingers! Thanks! That was close! Now take your stuff and get out! Now!
No problem! Thank you! I have a jar of alcohol and a guinea pig. Also, would you like a fuse?
What's going on? Why are you showing me that? That shouldn't be in my cafeteria! Just like you! So get out before I wring your neck! Where are my canning jars? I need something to calm my fingers.
Look, I've already given you something, and now I have this jar.
The liquid smelled like Doris's breath, or the cap of the lawnmower's fuel tank, which Lilli loved to play with. The guinea pig was probably tired. Hopefully, Lilli would have time to play with it later.
Yeah, I think tired isn't the word I'd use. I think the word I would use is no longer with us. Anyway, I think we need to go to the chapel. And we need to give that person the air hammer. Because they need to sort out dealing with the floor so they can chase up their church conspiracies. And I have just the tool for you, Frank. Take it.
Ah, very good. That's exactly what I need. Now, if I only knew where to drill. But such knowledge was probably lost long ago. No one is old enough to still remember the age of the Templars. Otherwise, I'm sure I'd have long since had that church conspiracy by the scruff of its neck. Oh well, I'll just start.
Oh.
Damn, how am I supposed to work with all this noise? Hey, Frank! Ah, what the hell?
Well, the cross is wobbling.
The cross wobbled back and forth like it was dancing. Lilli briefly considered whether she should point it out to Frank, but he was busy drilling through some kind of anchoring.
Oh.
Frank was completely occupied with the stone slabs.
Oh.
What? Huh? What? I'm sorry, but I can't understand you. You have to speak a little louder. My ears are still ringing from the drilling.
Maybe we should ask about this?
Whatever you come up with, I can think of a better conversation topic. Templars. They traveled the world before inopportune times. Actually, they were the ones who made that age inopportune. All day long, they barely did anything else than plan church conspiracies. Sometimes, even during breakfast, between their Nutella and their first cup of joe.
I don't think you understand just who the Templars were.
Shh! You're destroying the whole. And if they lose, and there's no. I know where there are only I. But such no one is otherwise. If it's one that because there are those with a neck.
Lilli was
Okay, so we need to find out some information for him. Also, we now know that we can use this.
I'd like to be able to say that Lilli had a plan. That she was thinking about luring Garrett into the confession booth and locking it shut with a bar. But Lilli was just thinking about ponies.
That's a cool thing to think about. We gotta open this.
A surveillance room. That was the hard evidence that Garrett was spying for Mother Superior.
Or just spying in general. Also, there's a board in here. Let's grab that.
At first glance, the board didn't look very exciting. But Lilli was used to making do with little. While other children unwrapped their presents at Christmas, she could find happiness in a pine needle dropped from a Christmas tree.
I'm taking this board. Board mine!
At first glance, but Lilli,
Okay, nothing there. Combine these.
Lilli wasn't allowed to play with the things she found in the chapel, but that didn't matter. She also had fun just looking at the board.
So, bad news. Surveillance room. Gonna have to tell Edna about that. Also, I'm surprised there wasn't the sound of the cross collapsing and that guy getting smushed. Okay, so up we go. Screen jutters up. Okay. Dormitory. Lilli's bedroom. Got some bad news for you, Edna. You're not gonna like it.
And? Are you making progress?
Yeah.
Before you say anything, I thought of something else. I think Garrett has a secret hiding place in the chapel. Yeah, a kind of listening station in the confession booth. This should prove once and for all that he's spying for Mother Superior. The question is whether we can somehow use this knowledge against him.
Lilli actually had an idea. She would lock Garrett in his secret room. She could hardly wait to tell her best friend all about it.
Wait, I know. What if we locked Garrett in his secret surveillance room? Just pretend you want to give confession, and when he's in his hiding place, wham! Our trap will snap shut on him. Oh, don't be sad, Lilli. I'm sure you'll come up with a good idea next time. But for now, let's get to work. It was my plan, so now you have to set it in motion.
But I came up with the plan. Oh, never mind.
Cool. So you've been working on your imitate. You can tell me. First, we have to get. I'm sure he.
Okay, that's no different. But this is a problem.
Wait a minute. What's that? Do you hear those noises too? I think someone's drilling inside the chapel. It's probably just Frank looking for evidence of a church conspiracy again. Dang! That could ruin our plans. If Garrett can't listen in on you, we won't be able to lock him in his hiding place. You have to think of something to get rid of Frank. Did you happen to find the plans for my time machine? They weren't finished yet anyway. How big is the microwave oven in the school cafeteria? Forget it. That won't work. And all my other ideas are a little complicated. We don't have time for them. I guess the easiest thing to do would be to help him with his search. Once Frank has found what he's looking for, he'll hopefully stop drilling.
Yeah, I hope he will. Also, you're interrupting me just as much as everyone else. At least you're still friendly. Alright, go back to hiding. I have a plan. And it's ignoring you two for now. So, if we go to the convent hallway. Oh! What are you doing here?
Capu was the nicest guy at the convent school. Lilli liked him so much that she had even named her cockroach after him. That reminded her that she'd been meaning to punch air holes in the box for weeks.
Oh, also he's not that nice.
Lilli, nice to see you. I hope Shawnee didn't upset you too much. He's an idiot. I think you're great, just as you are.
Lilli's heart skipped a beat. This might have been the nicest thing anyone ever said to her.
Oh! Like, he actually is sort of nice away from Shawnee. Oh.
You seem so tense. Is something wrong?
Lilli would have liked to tell him her troubles, but she didn't want to give Edna away.
Well, if you need anything, I'm always there for you. I worry about you, you know?
Something terrible's gonna happen to you.
You seem so... Is something...
Lilli...
Well, if you need... I worry about...
Okay. Can you do something with this?
Keep your things to yourself. I'm sure you worked very hard for them.
I did. Hopefully nothing terrible happens. Something terrible will happen to you. Anyway, do you know anything about the Templars? I bet you do.
What? Do we know each other?
Yes, we do. Also, I'm gonna ask about your memory.
No fear. I haven't forgotten your earlier question. On the contrary, I'm known for remembering everything all the time. This is thanks to a little trick I learned from an old Chinese mason long ago. All I need is a memory aid, like objects that remind me of the 3 E's. The first E stands for emotion. It tells me whether I was sad, happy, or angry in that situation. The second E stands for engagement. It reminds me of whether I overcame the situation with strength, heroic courage, or sleepiness. The third E stands for eating. To remember, I have to know which fruit I ate that day. Vitamins are good for the...
Okay, so we have that.
Did I tell you about my memory aid yet? I don't think so. All I need are 3 objects that remind me of that particular situation. Or more precisely, of the 3 E's. Emotion, engagement, eating. Does that answer your...
Okay, I like the fact that we can ask about the memory aid right after him telling us about the memory aid. That's a nice touch.
What's the matter, sweetheart? Did you forget your question? Here's a small tip. Just try to remember the 3 E's. The first E, it tells me the second the third to remember.
Okay, there we go. We've heard that before. Now, Templar grave inside the chapel.
What? I must have dropped off for a moment. But I was just going to tell you an exciting story from my past. Was it the story of how I tried to navigate to Cape Town and ended up discovering the Eurasian continent? Oh, I know. I wanted to tell you how I helped the Templar Knights build the convent chapel, right?
Uh-huh.
I was particularly happy because I had eaten a banana. Or was I sad because all there was to eat was coconuts again? No, the coconuts were when the Trojan mayor gave me the key to the city for my heroic valor. Or was my heroic valor while building dikes in Atlantis? But I think I had an apple that day. Wasn't I a little more sleepy in Atlantis? And angry while building the chapel? Oh, what poppycock. I'm getting everything mixed up. Fortunately, I created a memory aid just for this anecdote, so that I'd remember the location of the secret crypts below the convent chapel. Uh-oh, someone tidied up the shelf. That's where the objects for my 3 E's should be. Emotion, engagement, and eating. Now I can't make a fool of myself. Now let's see.
Well, at least we know banana is one of the answers.
I know exactly what you're looking for. An instructive story about my time with the Templar Knights. Unfortunately, my memory aid is still missing a few important pieces. If I only knew what the 3 E's for this story were. But right now, all I can remember are a few vague associations. 4, to be precise.
Okay. There's a notepad function?
As everyone knows, each different food creates exactly one emotion and promotes one characteristic. For example, I was never sad if I'd packed a few apples, because they always helped me be very strong.
Okay, so if you have apples, you're not sad.
I could only do heroic deeds on days when I wasn't sad. On the other hand, if I was angry, I could never show great strength.
So anger and apples don't mix.
Coconuts were always good at preventing sleepiness.
Okay, coconuts are fine.
On this one specific day when I was helping the Templars, I was neither happy about an apple, nor angry about a banana. But I also wasn't sad about a banana, or happy about a coconut.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna have to think about this. Also, we have our notepad here. As everyone knows, every kind of food generates exactly one emotion to help develop one characteristic. For example, with apples packed, I never had been sad. Wow. Complete the diagram. Well, first, fill the grid using the first 3 hints. For example, with apples packed, I'd never be sad, because they provided me with great strength. I was only able to accomplish heroic deeds on days when I was sad. Coconuts have always been reliable for helping drowsiness. I'm gonna have to think about this. I'm definitely gonna have to think about this. Also, can I get out of this? You can just skip the puzzle.
As everyone knows, each different food creates exactly one emotion and promotes one characteristic. For example, I was never sad if I'd packed a few apples, because they always helped me be very strong.
Okay, so this is going to be a no. So, accomplish heroic deeds when I wasn't sad. And so, when we come back, folks, I will I mean, I've got this. I've got this one. I've got one. Porcupines are known for being sleepy. Oh. So porcupines are known for being sleepy. Coconuts have been a reliable way for preventing drowsiness, so you cannot be that. Oh, I'm going to be at this a while. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, for when we come back, puzzles! Just inadvertently a puzzle out of nowhere. That's a thing I wasn't expecting. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later. Filling in this. I'm gonna have some pondering to do, but I'll figure it out.